Welcome to episode number 7 of this Madden 21 Green Bay Packers franchise series, and today I'm going to be playing my Green Bay Packers franchise, obviously. NFC Championship game against the Cowboys at home. We're 16-0 in the regular season. We won our first playoff game, so we're now 17-0. The Cowboys are 11-5 in the regular season. Now they're 13-5 total because they won. I'm not sure because they won in the wild card round and the divisional round. I'm not sure they won against. Let's just check right now. They won against the Eagles 31-10, and they won against the Seahawks 35-14. So both games have scored 30+ points, but both of our games, or actually no, actually, and in our only playoff games, we had the first round bye. We beat the Buccaneers 42-10. So yeah, and then the Jets actually won a playoff game, and they were actually in the playoffs as the 7th seed, beat the Browns 38-35, and they were the 2 seed, the Browns were, but then they lost to the 1 seed Chiefs 31-3. And then the Ravens beat the Colts 34-31. The Ravens were the 6th seed, and the Colts were the 3 seed. The Steelers beat the Bills 24-21. Steelers were the 5 seed, Bills were the 4 seed. And then, like I said, the 1 seed Chiefs beat the 7 seed Jets 31-3, and then the 5 seeded Steelers beat the 6 seeded Ravens 35-21. So the 5 seed actually got a home game. That's surprising. And then now it's the 1 seed Chiefs versus the 5 seeded Steelers in Kansas City, because obviously Chiefs are the 1 seed at the first round bye. Yeah, and then it's the 1 seeded Packers versus the 3 seeded Cowboys, and the Cowboys actually are NFC Championship game for the first time since 1990 or something. So yeah, we're the second game on Championship Sunday, so we'll know when we get into the NFC Championship game who won the AFC Championship game, and the winner of the NFC Championship game will play the winner of the AFC Championship game. Obviously, my prediction is on Packers Chiefs. That is if it's a Packers. If it's the Packers and Chiefs, that's my prediction. That would be a rematch of Super Bowl I, which the Packers did win. We won Super Bowl I and II, and then we won 4 Super Bowls: Super Bowl I, Super Bowl II, Super Bowl 31, I believe. I think it's definitely won Super Bowl I, Super Bowl II. Then it's Super Bowl 31, and then it's Super Bowl 45, and that was with Rodgers, who we beat the Steelers. That was in Dallas. Who won Super Bowl 31? Yeah, I was right. So the Packers beat the Patriots 35-21, Super Bowl 31. So the Packers won Super Bowl I, and then I think the Chiefs won Super Bowl II against the Raiders, won Super Bowl 31 against the Patriots, and won Super Bowl 45 over the Steelers. So yeah, that's Vinny J right there. Dash is the head coach in my Panthers fantasy franchise. So, yeah, winner of the game will play the Chiefs or the Steelers in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa Bay. Let's view weekly awards for last week. It looks like Mahomes won the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Peters won the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Xavier Woods on the Cowboys won NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and then Davante Adams for us won NFC Offensive Player of the Week. If you do this like rumbling noise, or it's like mowing noise, they're mowing our lawn right now. If you hear this barking noise, my dogs are barking out there with my dad. He's watching the Minnesota Twins game, and the dogs are out there. So that's why you might hear barking, and then if you hear like mowing sounds, someone's mowing our lawn right now. I mow the lawn inside a fenced area, which is not that big, and then there's other people that come every other Sunday mow our lawn. And this video should be done up on Sunday, if not, then Monday. But yeah, next video on this channel, most likely, unless I can film one tonight, Sunday, that will be next episode of the Show 21 postseason series. But either way, the video tomorrow, possibly it could be 2 videos tomorrow, and if that's the case, and the second video tomorrow will be the next episode. MLB Show 21 postseason series. If there's a video between this video and that video, I'm not sure when it's gonna be. And the only way that's gonna happen is if I can film tonight. Let's get into the game. Cowboys at Packers winner. What are the Super Bowl to play the Chiefs or the Steelers? So really, if we win, or if the Chiefs win, if we face the Chiefs, it'll be a rematch of Super Bowl 1. If we face the Steelers, it'll be a rematch of Super Bowl 45. And possibly it could be. So yeah, no matter who we play, if we do win, it'll be a rematch of Super Bowl 1 if we play the Chiefs, and a rematch of Super Bowl 45 if we play the Steelers. So yeah, let's get into it. 7 p.m. I think that's Eastern time. Not that sure, but either way. It's at Lambeau. Stip/simulate training. Play full day. By the way, it's not the only season in this franchise. I know last year, and then I faced the franchise, which I'll be filming this episode of that series, Madden 21, soon. Hopefully, I can film that episode before I go to, go to Minnesota, which I leave on June 30th. I'll be only doing one season here in this series, my career mode series, and my fantasy franchise series, because I mean, Madden 22, it's not like right around the corner, but usually it comes out like late August and it's early June right now. And I go to Minnesota from June 30th to July 10th, and I go to Montana to go places like Yellowstone and some other places, along with Lodge, but I'm seeing in Minnesota when I leave on June 30th for the 50th anniversary. We leave July 31st and we come back like August 18th. So, and then obviously then 2 weeks later I start school, or 2.5 or 3 weeks or whatever. Both teams are 86 overall. I heard from my offensive coordinator or something that, or any defensive coordinator, but I thought it said OC, which means offensive coordinator, but from one of my coordinators that they like to run the ball. They're like top 3 in rushing. I mean, what do you expect? They have Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, Matt Sateria, Ezekiel Elliott, Frazier, and Demarcus Lawrence, unstoppable. For us, that's like Ed's fat, just top 3. And Allen says double me, Alexander, Shutdown, and Rogers. That's Gambler. Both teams are 86 overall. Let's get into the game. Play tall and hands. Let's get into the NFC Championship game. Winner will play the Steelers or the Chiefs in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa Bay. Let's do it. 6-minute quarters, by the way. Whatever it takes. Win 200 speed. 4 6-minute quarters. 4 6-minute quarters, by the way. We're 16-0. They're 11-5. Adams had a lot of touchdowns. Jones had a lot of touchdowns, too. Well, not a lot of touchdowns, but he did well. Rodgers 68 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Prescott 31 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. There's Breeze in the background. Let's watch a presentation. Alan Roach. Snowing at Lambeau for the NFC Championship game. Looks like they added the ball first. I like that because then we did the ball, shut in half, possibly did double dip. Start at the end of the first half and start at the I like that how we did the ball set in half. I'd rather do that because then we can maybe double dip. Start at the end of the first half and start at the second half. And it looks like the Steelers, they did win the AFC Championship. And it looks like the Steelers did win the AFC Championship game 34-27 over the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. So the 5-seeded Steelers will play the 1-seeded Panthers or the 3-seeded Cowboys in Super Bowl 55, which is in Tampa Bay. Here we go, and here's the tip by J.K. Stout, our punter. He does the kickoffs and punts, and then our kicker, Mason Crosby, does the field goals and extra points. Now we return about a yard deep. Here we go. And he's up to 25. There's Prescott. Pretty good year, 3,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Rodgers had a better year. I mean, 68 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, I think I said. And Big Ben's on the Super Bowl, did for him, but because I mean, isn't he like 35 or not? He doesn't even do play action, I don't think, anymore. In real life, at least. That's intercepted on the first play from scrimmage. And we'll take over at their 34. It's Josh Jansen with the pick on the first play from scrimmage. Packers ball at the Cowboys 34. 6 seconds in. And here's Rodgers' numbers, who 5,335 yards, 68 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He went 291 for 414 for the completions. So first play from scrimmage interception for Josh Johnson. We're at their 34. 6 seconds into the football game. Here we go. And Rodgers has done a rollout. Here we go. Thrown in the end zone. Double coverage. It's caught. Adams in double coverage. Touchdown Green Bay. As the Packers strike first in the NFC Championship game. 13 seconds in. So interception on the first play from scrimmage and for the Cowboys. First play from scrimmage for the Packers. Touchdown for Adams in double coverage. And it is a 34-yard touchdown. And here's Crosby. Kicker has once it had the field goal, extra points right down the middle. 7-0 Green Bay. 13 seconds into the game. Anyway, Scott at 1 mile per hour blowing against the stick, but basically there's no wind, so basically, and the snow also could affect the thing because obviously it's snow conditions, wet. So they do have the hash marks uncovered. They also have to do that, and then also the yard markers on the field, or not the yard markers, but the painted numbers on the field, and also they do have the orange thing that say like 10, 20, and then G for goal line or goal and stuff, all that good stuff somewhere. Here we go from the 23, 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Here we go, and that it won't be intercepted. It's caught by 81. 5 yards, send it down in 5. I'm not sure who 81 is. It's not Des Bryant because I think he's retired now. It's C. Lamb. Oh yeah, C.D. Lamb. I think one time I said C.J. Lamb, but it's C.D. Lamb. The rookie did, and that's caught by Amari Cooper, first down. Remember, I also forgot Mike McCarthy, a former Packers coach, she fired him I think during the. Then it was during the 2017, 2018, or then it was 2018 season, I think. Yeah, we fired him during the 2018 season. After we fired Mike McCarthy during the 2018 season after we lost to the Cardinals, who back then weren't actually that good. They were had 3 wins, or they weren't that good. They were we were actually better than them that year when we made the playoffs, but. I think we were 6-8-1 or no, 6-9-1. That's was our record or official end record at the end of the season. But during the season it was week 13 against the Cardinals. I think the field goal by Crosby to tie the game to try to send it to overtime. He missed it, and at that point the Cardinals had 2 wins or something. And then we fired Matt McCarthy after the game. And then we got a new coach, obviously Matt LaFleur, after the season. And obviously been to the NFC Championship in 2 straight years, but lost both of them. And now, well, not 3rd straight year, but 3rd straight year for the Packers. Well, not 3rd straight, that's 2nd straight, because obviously that 2nd straight was obviously this past season, which in this world, we got there again, but obviously, really, if we played the Buccaneers, lost. Here we're playing the Cowboys. We're up 7-0. It's a long drive. It was 7-11, 2:40 to go in the first quarter. It's been a 3-minute drive. Throwing the running back down to the backfield, Elliott. 3rd and 4 now. Let's go with under Smoke 2. Let's do it. And then Mike McCarthy was hired by the Cowboys after the 2019 season. 2:10 to go in town, and it might be on the edge of field goal range, and that's an inaccurate throw from Prescott. And it looks like they are punting. I wouldn't, because it'll be 60-yarder in the snow. I wouldn't punt it. Not because I'm trying to be biased, but in real life they probably wouldn't punt it, because it'll be a 60-yard field goal. And that will go out of bounds to try to pin them deep. They do that. They pin us at the 8-yard line, 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Here in the A-Rod and the Panthers are up 7-0. It'll be a 60-yard field goal, and even if it was a sunny day, I don't know if you would kick that, but especially in a snowy, you don't really kick that. And that's a throw to Lazard for 5 yards, send it down to 5. Pittsburgh was 9-7. Kansas City was 13-3. Big Ben had 3 touchdowns in the day, it says. And here's Aaron Jones, first down and more to the 28 yards. Mahomes had 2 touchdowns and interception, but they lost by 7 at 34-27. That's the only day they're showing, obviously, because there's only 2 games. Big Ben had 232 yards, but they had 3 touchdowns, and then they had more. I think they had 4 touchdowns. Though it was 34, it'd be like 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points, and 2 field goals. Broke like 2 tackles, and Adams is gone. Touchdown as he dives into the end zone. 13-0 Green Bay here with a minute. Yeah, with a 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. So that's only like what, 4 plays from scrimmage or something. And that's gonna be right down the middle. 14-0 Green Bay with under a minute left to play in the first quarter. That was only a 3-play drive, so total we have 4 plays from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns. And the Cowboys have what, a 1-play interception and a punt, which it was like a 4-minute drive. That punt. It was like a 3-minute drive, but ended up stalling out at what, R42. I'll be returning by number 20 for Dallas from out 2 yards deep and up to the 23. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Green Bay. Extendedly, this is our 7th straight NFC Championship game, but because we had it last year, and it's 49ers lost by a lot, and then obviously now we're here again. And in real life, we were here as well. We played the Buccaneers and lost. I forgot what the score was. Then we lost by 8 or something. We almost came back, but we didn't. And then here, well, in this game we're playing the Cowboys. They're up 14-0. I don't think we were ever leading in that real game. It was tied at some point, at one point, and in the second half, Brady like threw 3 interceptions, but unfortunately we only turned that into 6 points. And then I think then they kicked the field goal, and then I think we got a field goal, which we should have went for, instead we didn't. And then they had that pass interference on 3rd down, which they were letting everything go in that game, and right then. Yeah, he did grab his like jersey, but they were letting everything else go, and there was so much like holding, illegal contact, DPI on the Buccaneers secondary, and in that game there was only like 5 penalties. And that was a lob pass. By the way, at the end of the first, it was 3rd and 9. And this is the beat in the second quarter. It is incomplete. 4th and 9. Here comes the punt team for Dallas for the 2nd straight drive. So obviously we switched directions. That was 3 seconds into the second quarter. They have a 1-point interception, then 2 punts. Back is Irvin, which in real life I think he was playing like the first like 5 weeks, but then he was on the IR for the last half of the season or something in its real 2020 season. Obviously this is still technically the 2020 season, although it's like July. Although it is January 2021. In the zone, it's Rodgers from R45. 12 seconds into the second quarter. We did the ball after halftime. Remember that. And here we go. Circle. He beat his man, and he catches at the he catches at the goal and goes into the end zone for a touchdown. MVS 20-0 Green Bay is. Belanger goes over there. Rodgers goes over there, which in real life he might not play this upcoming season. And if that's the case, we have Jordan Love. And we started with like 2 quarterbacks, Rodgers and Love, and now we have like 4, including Rodgers. I think we have like 4. I think we have Rodgers, Love. I think we have Blake Bortles, which led to the Jaguars to the AFC Championship game, I think, in 2017 season. And they had a lead, but unfortunately they lost to the Tom Brady and the Patriots. But now obviously it's Cam Newton and the Patriots, and Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. 1 play, 55 yards, 7 seconds long. And now 5:41 to go in the first half. 21-0 Green Bay, and we also did the ball after halftime. And this could be neat in the end zone, and it will be. To start 25, 19 seconds into the second quarter. Well, we're holding the rundown. 719 yards for Ezekiel Elliott. Don't have any points yet, and we're unstoppable on offense. I think we have like 6 plays from scrimmage. I think it's 5 actually. 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Here's another run. It's a big hole, but we stop them about a yard short. It's on a 3rd down and 1 for Dallas. And really, if you're Dallas, you need to convert this, because if you don't, you're punting. So you're not going to go for it for your own 35. Here we go. They are running it, and Zeke Elliott gets like 13 yards or something. It's average 4.6 yards a carry. Here's Rodgers pumping up the offense because it wouldn't be the defense because they're on the field right now. Also went to the NFC Championship in 2016, lost to the Falcons bid, and that's dropped by a tight end. It might be Schultz because I don't think they have. Not sure else. I think it's Schultz or someone. I don't know. Here we go. Here's a blitz caught by Lamb. Lamb's 88. Bryant was 88 too, I think. Because that's what someone at Stroll, who's at my school, who's also a Cowboys fan, said that. So I'm not sure what 81 is, but here's a blitz. It was 3rd and 1 too. They get the first down, 2 yards only, but it didn't have for a first down. Anyway, they're finding their legs. Another run, but this time he only did a couple, sending down at 8, or sending down 9, so he only died at 1. Here we go! Fumble! Strips that Packers have it! And Preston Smith picks it up, and he is gone! Scoop and score for Preston Smith, 27-0 Green Bay. Scoop and store for Preston Smith. Take it to the house. Strips out, I believe, it wasn't by Smith, but Smith picks it up and runs, like 50 yards for a touchdown. 27-0. I think that was, not sure, that was 94. It might have been like Lancaster or something who stripped it. It wasn't me. I was using him. They already have 2 turnovers. And it is now 28-0 Green Bay, 2:34 to go in the first quarter. 28-0 Green Bay, 2:34 to go in the first half, I meant to say. And this will probably be needing the end zone, and it will be. That's Pollard. That's their center turn running back. That's his first turn running back, Elliott. I should have the Twins score. Unfortunately, losing 3-0 over the Astros in the top of the 5th. Our starter, Michael Pineda, is already out of the game. Now Randy Dobnat's in. Not sure. I don't know if you actually know who those 2 people are. Probably Ben Might, maybe, but Randy Dobnat, he's only been in the league for like 2 years. Ben Might's been in. That's an interception for I don't know how many years. That's gonna be a pit sits. Prescott might get to 37, but he won't. Pit sits. There's an injury there's an injured Dallas player, but it's a pit sits. 3rd turnover of the game. 2nd straight play for the Cowboys where they turned it over. Scoop and score now. Pit sits. 2:27 to go in the first half. It is now 35-0 Green Bay. 5 extra points. We have 2 interceptions, 1 a pit sits, and 1 fumble, which was a scoop and score. Now it's 2 straight plays. It was a scoop and score, and then that's play insurance for the Cowboys. Prescott threw a pit sits, and this might be returned by Pollard, and it will be. He's up to the 26, 2:24 to go in the first half, 35-0 Green Bay. Here we go. Here's Prescott. Oh, I missed him. Prescott broke a tackle and finally taken down by Savage. 25 yards up to the 49. First down Dallas to our 49. 10 yards after contact. So they're still down by 5 touchdowns. 2-minute warning. 35-0 Green Bay. And I think if we have Love start, I mean, we're playing the Chiefs in real life and some tough teams. I think hopefully not a 0-17 if we have Love, but that doesn't look like Rodgers is gonna play if he does. I mean, he missed last week the mandatory mini camp, which Love got out of 20 snaps. He got 17 of them. Anyway, hurrying up here, under 2 minutes to play in the half. 7-second runoff and the no huddle. That's a sack, another strip sack, and it's picked up at 58. Can he get up and run? Yes, he will. And this is going to be another scoop and score. It's 41-0 Green Bay. Let's go. number 58, and that's Kurtzty, or I might be botching his name, but either way, it's another stupid score. Second of the quarter and the game. It is now 41-0, or well, it's only up to 42, and it's now 42-0 Green Bay. It's a minute 33 to go in the first half, and now I also hit the ball after halftime, but defense is doing well in like real life. I'm not saying our defense is bad in real life, but I mean it was pretty good after that. Then it was like 3 interceptions in the second half of the real life NFC title game. Camera just the last flip just ended. You didn't miss anything. The only thing you missed, well, you missed something. You just missed the return basically. It was up to the 25. That's all you missed. Here we have minute 30 to go, 42-0 Green Bay. Prescott's still in there, although throwing. He's only thrown 2 interceptions, and then there's the 2 strip stats and the 2 stupid scores, and then there's a 7 stat of the game for Preston Smith. Obviously, there's a Xavier Smith as well. Here we go, and now Braxton Tane and number 98 comes up and gets Prescott's feet. 3rd and 1 now, so he gets like 15 yards or something on that rush. 3rd and a yard, minute to go in the time, minute 1 to go. 3rd and 1, 3rd and a yard from their 34. That's a caught by C.D. Lamb, timeout Dallas as they're in the Green Bay territory. C.D. Lamb 3 receptions, 36 yards. Des Bryant wore 88, not 81, and now C.D. Lamb wearing 88. The same number Des Bryant wore. Now Des Bryant, then he was at the Ravens last year. I think they didn't play every game, but I think now he's retired or something. 25 seconds to go. Dallas still has that 1 timeout in their back pocket. 20 seconds to go. Here we go. We're blitzing again. Prescott, Braxton Tane, and we miss him, and he fumbled the ball out of bounds. 14 seconds to go. So maintain possession. 3rd fumble for Prescott, but this one goes out of bounds, so they maintain possession. 1st and 10 from their R15, 14 seconds to go. They still have that 1 timeout. Dallas does. Here we go. And that's an inaccurate throw. 11 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from R15. Prescott sits for 12, 50 yards and 3 interceptions. Wait, how many? 3? I thought they had 4 turnovers, the 2 interceptions, and then the 2 stupid scores. No, yeah, it's 2 interceptions. Because they had 4 turnovers, the 2 interceptions, and then the 2 stupid scores. And Rodgers, I mean, 4 for 4, 174 yards, 3 touchdowns. Prescott sits for 12, 50 yards, 2 interceptions. So, and the QB rating I think is like perfect for Rodgers, or some, and then like horrendous for. Yeah, QB rating 21.5 for Prescott, and 158.3, which I believe is perfect for Rodgers. You would think it would be because 1, he has 3 touchdowns and he has 100% completion percentage. Here we go. Going for the shutout, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Obviously, there's still 2 quarters and change to go. Here we go. From the throws it to the end zone. Or really the 5-yard line picked off by Savage, or I don't know. Loden Ryan, not Savage. Savage is 28. Loden Ryan's 21. But that would be a pit six. It is now 48-0 Green Bay here late in the first half. Might be at the buzzer. Was it at the buzzer? And it was at the buzzer. So we'll leave 49-0 at halftime once Crosby hits the football through the uprights. And that your point is right down the middle. 49-0 Green Bay at halftime. Prescott's thrown 3 interceptions, and the Cowboys have 5 turnovers. 3 interceptions by Prescott, 2 stupid scores. 49-0 Green Bay here at halftime over the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. And let's listen to the Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports halftime report. Coach? They have more rushing yards than us, but that's all they have. We'll play the. We'll be playing the Steelers in the Super Bowl 55, which is in Tampa Bay, because Cowboys aren't coming back. So I mean, it's 49-0, which is completely absurd. I mean, out of those, I think 5 of it. Well, we have 5. The Cowboys have 5 turnovers, and here's the first hit by the Cowboys kicker, because obviously because they haven't tipped anything. It's punted like a few times. Here's Irvin up to the 33, 3 seconds into the second half. We're up 49-0. I mean, if you looked at it, interception on pressure on the first point of scrimmage. It wasn't a pit six or anything, but then But there's been 2 scoop scores and 2 pit sixes. That's for out of 49 points, 28 of them have come on defense. Here's a throw. It's caught by MVS. Rogers is only 5 or 5. We haven't been on offense that much because we have 28 points via defense, 2 scoop scores and 2 pit sixes. And then we also have another interception. That wasn't a pit six, and it was on the first play from scrimmage. It's already, I mean, here we go, and that's gonna make it 55-0. Rogers or Adams sent a touchdown of the game. He's in the zone. I think, and MVS had the other one. Because Rogers had, I think he has 4 touchdowns. But either way, it is now gonna be 56-0. Not even a minute into the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, that's when I looked. Yeah, he has 4 touchdowns. So it's 100% completion percentage. I want to see Packers only. So yeah, Adams has 3 and MVS is the other one, and then Lazard has 5 yards, 1 reception, 5 yards. Adams 3 for 161, 3 touchdowns. MVS 2 for 75, 1 touchdown, and then Lazard 1 for 5, and then that's it for now. So there's some other receivers like Mercedes Lewis, which in real life I don't have him anymore because he was a free agent. And Baron Jones, which in real life we signed for like a 5-year extension or something like that, 4-year or something like that. And then this day, I think we still have Jamar Williams unless he's injured or something. And if he is, he might be. I'm not exactly sure. But we do have Irvin, who is our kick returner. And I think he's also our punt returner. I'm not exactly sure. But here we go. We're on defense. So we have the 2 scoop scores and the 2 pit sixes, including the center pit six was as time expired was at the buzzer. And that center pit six was with no time left, or was at the buzzer, or yeah, the center pit six was with or you returned for a touchdown at the buzzer, or at the center pit. Here we go. Here's a throw. That's 11 yards. It's only 3rd down and 4. But that center pit six was by Luke Ryan, I think. I think I signed him via free agency before the season started. It was at the buzzer, or it was at the end of the first half. It was no time left in the first half, or with no time left in the second quarter. Here we go. It is 3rd and 4. Here we go. Throws it. It's dropped. 4th down. It's showing for a block. Or a punt block. I mean, that's what I mean. Here we go. 34 blocked. My guy was user. And here's Irvin. Should I return this? So they took it from the 25, not 2 yards. Should have a fair catch for that, but whatever. Oh, well, there's Williams. He's blocking, so I can't throw it to him, but he is blocking and blocked. And Adams has to throw it to him, and then he's not going to throw it across my body. What a catch. Unbelievable catch. I think it might have been one-handed by Adams. Down to their 23. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's somewhere I might send because I want the shutout, but also I don't want the video to go like super long. Here we go. Little like pop up. Is it caught? It is caught by Jamar Williams. He was R1. It did away, so Rogers has a perfect completion percentage. It did it 2 feet down. He only got a yard, but it does count for a yard for Rogers' stats. And for Williams, 1 reception, 1 yard. And Rogers 8 for 8, so he's still perfect. Here we go. And let's throw it to Jones, our first runner back, and Rogers over 300 yards, 1st and 10 from their 13, halfway through the third quarter. If we score, I'll probably just send the rest of the third quarter. Because it'll be only like 2 minutes, but also I do want to play at least the last 2 minutes of the game. Here we go. Hey, Rogers can run maybe. He's not no run, but Adams in the back corner. He's out of bounds. So Rogers not perfect anymore. He still has 9% completion percentage, 9 for 10. Not sure if Jones is running at all. I think he's running at least once. But let's do it to him right now. Maybe he did it in the end zone, and he won't get in the end zone. 62-0 or 62-0. First person TD of the game. Packers are gonna punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. They punched it since the beginning, basically. It's first play from scrimmage for the Cowboys. or either team resulted in a interception. 2:31 to go on a super sim, just end of the third quarter. If they score, whatever. Just next quarter, they might score, and they do not score. We have the ball at their 21, I think. 21? Yeah, we have the ball at their 21, 3rd and 6 to start the fourth quarter. So, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This might be a dangerous throw, but it's caught. Touchdown, BS. Hello? So it's now, I think, 69-0. I'm just beating up on the Cowboys. Also, our defense is also beating up. Obviously, they have two pit sixes and 2 scooping scores. That was a 10. No way. No way. That was a 10-minute drive. Because I mean, it couldn't be because it's only 6-minute quarter. I think that was a glitch or something. It's alright. You think it slipped away at 70-0. Prescott's still in the game. 89 just ran right by me. He went to 89 passing yards, 9 for 19, 89 yards and 3 interceptions. And also, there's been 2 strip sacks. Both, he's fumbled it 3 times. One went out of bounds, the other 2 were strip sacks, and they were scooping scores. You know, I didn't man-on-man coverage. Here's Prescott. It's not even across the line. But he got like a yard. 5 yards, actually. There we go. From there, 47. Going for the shutout here. I want it, but it might not happen. Who knows, though? He has to sack. Oh, my goodness. How do you not sack him there? I know it's 70-0, but how do you not... Oh, that ran out of bounds to Alexander. I don't know if that was him. He has 108 rushing yards, Prescott does, in 7 attempts. So, I mean, really, he's breaking the chain like a lot if he has over 100 rushing yards, but we're still up 70-0. Here we go. That's the top by Schultz. I think that's Schultz. Yeah, that is Schultz. He's 86. I'm not sure what 89 is. Here we go. It's a quick throw and complete 35. It's 99 yards. Linden did 100 for Prescott, but throwing it a lot. Here we go. We're going to play the Steelers in Super Bowl 55. 10 Super Bowls later, after we played them in Super Bowl 45. So it'll be a rematch of Super Bowl 45, and they're down to the 14-yard line. But the Steelers 10 years later. So, yeah, it's mid-play right now, and Prescott, or Elliott, actually, is down to the 7. 45 rushing yards for Elliott. Not that bad. 95 sad because, I mean, there's that torched by Aaron Rodgers. And also, the defense did, I mean, like I said, 2 pit sixes and 2 scooping scores. That is caught. Held out of the end zone, though. 1st and goal. So, Cowboys are probably going to break the shutout. That's Gallup, I believe. Goal line, maybe we can get like a sack or a pit six. That'd be awesome. Maybe, here we go. And that is the sack that I wanted. Amos. 3rd tackle, that's the 4. That's under to 2-minute warning. 5 sacks for the Packers, none for the Cowboys. 2-minute warning, 70 up in Green Bay. That's for sure. I mean, it's a 7-0 on the right side of the screen. Here we go. Send it and go from the 4 Linden and avoid the shutout, but I want to get the shutout. Here we go, and that's going to be a touchdown. The shutout is gone, but we're still up 70-6. So it's only Jarwin. So first touchdown of the game for the Cowboys comes with 1:57 to go in the game. 70-6, and the extra point. And I somehow did not block the extra point, but it's now 70-7. That's a 10-play, 76 yard, and it was like a 4-minute drive, but they're still down by 63. So, no shutout. At least they don't get shut out, but I wish I got the shutout, but we'll still be doing the Super Bowl, obviously, because we're up by 63. 70-7. Here we go. Here's Irvin, and he's up to the 32 with a minute 53 to go. Maybe we didn't hit one late touchdown. No one realized if it was somehow 70-7, they would probably put in the backup. Why not? Why not? Let's put Love out there. Hopefully, there's Rogers. But I just said to put Love out there. There's Love. Adams, MVS. Why not? See how. Here we go. And now Love is going to run over or run a foul. That's caught by Adams down to the 24, 44 yards of Love's first throw ever in the playoffs. Huh? Here's Jones now. Just stiff-armed the guy and brought down by DeMarcus Lawrence. You know what he does? A minute to go. Maybe did a touchdown for Jordan Love. It would be his first playoff touchdown or first touchdown pass in the playoffs. And I just stopped throwing this away. There's no one open. So it's now 3rd and 3. There's no. Let's do a PA slide, which at least in real life, Big Ben doesn't do play action. I think possibly this is on this team. We're not former backer. Here we go, and it's broken up. 44 seconds to go. Man, why not? Just go for it. I mean, they're suggesting going for it, but it's like small, short passes or run. But let's do like a cross-sweep flood. 4th and 4 or 4th and 3 for our 16. 44 seconds to go. That's Rogers. I didn't realize that. And right when he threw it, but that's incomplete. Only said incompletion for Rogers. Cowboys get the stop. Obviously, they're down by 63, 41 seconds to go. First stop, I think, for the Cowboys defense. First one. And obviously, they're down by a lot, and that's almost intercepted. I mean, he did heat up on that last drive, and then he went like 8 for 12, but it's like. Here we go, there's a throw. So 3rd down with half a minute to go. That might be the last play if they don't run another one. They don't have to. They're obviously not hurrying up because they know it's over. 15 seconds to go. I don't think we're going to touch the ball today unless it's like a pit sits or something, but the offense probably not. And that's going to be caught, and that's fine going to be it. And that, I have to pick a play for some reason, but that will be it. We beat the Cowboys 70-7 in the NFC Championship game. And we move on to play the Steelers in Super Bowl 55, which is in Tampa Bay. I mean, in the snow, we just beat up the Cowboys. I mean, like, 28 out of 70 points. We're on defense. 2 pit assists and 2 scooping scores, but then the other, I don't know. But then the other points, obviously, were Rodgers, and then Jones also had a touchdown. So they have more rushing yards than us by over 100, but we averaged 19 yards per play. We had 5 takeaways. So 42 points were on offense, 28 were on defense. That's including extra points. But yeah. Rodgers didn't have that many yards, not even 400 yards. We had 5 touchdowns, and obviously, like I said, we had the 2 pit sixes and 2 scooping scores. But yeah. Steelers, 10 years later, right? Yeah, he was playing at 45, and now it's 55. So 10 years later, the Rodgers versus Big Ben like it was 10 years ago. It just does. There's no one else that was on the team for either side, I think, besides Big Ben and Rodgers. Mason Crosby might have been on that team. I'm not that sure. But either way, the kicker, really, the quarterbacks are the same, and I think nothing else is the same. Except for maybe Crosby not be on that team. He might have been, because I think he might have been on that team. But either way, that's the only similarity aside from Big Ben and Rodgers, I think. Probably. Yeah. I might be wrong on Crosby, but I think he was on that team. But either way, Correct Stan, Rodgers, Big Ben. That'll be on this episode. If you like this episode, the way about them. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Mom, Dad, Grandmother, Aunt, Uncles, friends, Tell your mom, dad, grandmother, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about the videos. And I'm going to see you in episode number 8 of this Madden 21 Green Bay Packers franchise series. See you in episode number 8. And you ought to bake in and go Packers.